Indian billionaire Gautam Adani, chairman of the sprawling Adani Group, has been charged in the United States with masterminding a $250 million bribery scheme to secure highly lucrative solar energy contracts in India. The U.S. Department of Justice alleges that Adani, along with 7 associates, orchestrated an elaborate plan between 2020 and 2024 to pay bribes to Indian government officials in exchange for contracts expected to generate over $2 billion in profits over the next 20 years. The indictment, which was unsealed in a New York federal court, also accuses the defendants of misleading American investors by failing to disclose the alleged bribery scheme while raising more than $3 billion through loans and bond sales in U.S. markets. These charges have sent shockwaves through global financial markets, particularly affecting the Adani Group, which operates across diverse sectors, including ports, renewable energy, airports, and more. Adani's company has denied the allegations, labeling them as baseless and reaffirming its commitment to adhering to regulatory standards. However, this marks a significant escalation in scrutiny of the Adani Group, which was already under the spotlight following a damning report by Hindenburg Research in 2023. That report accused the conglomerate of staff manipulation, accounting irregularities, and other fraudulent practices, a claim the Adani Group vigorously denied at the time. The new U.S. charges have intensified pressure on the company, leading to sharp declines in the stock prices of its listed entities, including Adani Enterprises, which saw a dramatic drop in value. Additionally, the group has halted a planned $600 million bond offering, citing market volatility resulting from the accusations. The allegations come at a time when Gautam Adani and his business empire were attempting to rebuild investor confidence following the fallout from the Hindenburg report, which wiped out tens of billions of dollars in market value and raised serious questions about the governance practices within the conglomerate. The Adani Group, one of India's largest business entities, has been instrumental in advancing India's infrastructure and renewable energy goals. However, these new charges highlight broader concerns about corporate governance, transparency, and corruption within India's business ecosystem. U.S. prosecutors have stated that the alleged bribery scheme not only violated international anti-corruption laws, but also deceived investors who were unaware of the unethical practices underpinning the company's financial operations. The case further underscores the growing global scrutiny of Indian corporate giants, many of whom have expanded rapidly in recent years, but remain accused of operating in opaque or questionable ways. The U.S. government's decision to pursue charges against Adani represents a rare instance of a prominent Indian businessman being held accountable on the international stage, adding a new dimension to ongoing debates about the balance between rapid business expansion and ethical practices. The Adani Group's swift denial of the charges, calling them politically motivated, suggests it is prepared to fight the allegations aggressively in court. Nonetheless, the fallout has been immediate, with the company's reputation taking a severe hit, both domestically and internationally. Financial analysts have pointed out that this legal battle could significantly hinder the group's ability to raise capital and execute its ambitious expansion plans, particularly in renewable energy, where it has positioned itself as a global leader. Moreover, these charges could have wider implications for India's investment climate, as they cast a shadow over the transparency and regulatory compliance of one of its most prominent conglomerates. While the Adani Group has remained a key player in India's economic growth story, particularly under the Narendra Modi government's push for infrastructure and clean energy development, this legal challenge underscores the risks associated with the rapid expansion of corporate empires in emerging markets. Critics argue that cases like this highlight systemic issues in corporate governance and regulatory oversight in India, where powerful business leaders are often accused of leveraging political connections to bypass accountability. For Gautam Adani, once one of the world's richest individuals, these charges mark a dramatic turn of events, potentially threatening not only his business empire but also his personal legacy. Investors and industry stakeholders worldwide are closely monitoring the situation, as the outcome of this case could set a precedent for how international regulatory authorities address allegations of corruption involving high-profile global business leaders. As the Adani Group navigates these tumultuous waters, the legal battle in the US is likely to have lasting ramifications for the company, its investors, and the broader perception of Indian businesses on the global stage.